Hey guys. So before I ever came out as transgender to my friends and family, I was a weird, awkward girl named Kirsten Furge. Now I go by Alex Furge. I used to do Mal, but I've changed my name a few times, trying to figure out my identity. But I saw a video that Markiplier had made a while ago about all this stuff with Make-A-Wish, and I've worked with Make-A-Wish. I was forget the name of it. It was like a junior forget it the name of it now. It was like that was like 2 years ago when I did this junior thing. You help the event, you help with donations, because you can't be actually a wish giver yet until I think you're 18, something like that. My mom does things for Make-A-Wish. She is a wish giver. But I had my wish given to me back in 2011, May 30th. My birthday was May 18th. My mom told me when I was younger that I had used my wish already for Disneyland at the age of 5. She only said that so that way I wouldn't waste it on something stupid. Then she finally admitted to me that she lied, and I made my wish. My wish was to meet My Chemical Romance in person, and I got to do that on May 30th in Vegas, actually, of 2011. They took me to a limo to the airport because I live in San Jose. Then we flew to Vegas, got a limo to the hotel, and I got a limo to the concert. I hanged out with them for an hour before the concert. It was nice. I got to have a picture with them. I looked like a ridiculous emo kid. Like, my hair was like brown at the time. I didn't dye it. I was wearing this black fuzzy cat hat that it was actually my friend's Chelsea's. I was borrowing it. Then I had this gray t-shirt on underneath this tank top because the tank top was huge on me and I didn't want to show anything. So I had the shirt and then I had the tank top that was colorful that said free hugs on it, and I got that from Hot Topic. I had several bracelets here, I had makeup on the side of my face, I was wearing a glove. I was almost as tall as Frank Iero, to be honest, too. It was kind of funny. After taking pictures, had a signing, they even told me I could take anything off the shelf in the shop, and all I got was a sweater. I still have that sweater, too. It's somewhere in my dirty laundry at the moment. I could have taken anything. T-shirts, bags, more sweaters, but I just took the sweater, I just took that one thing, because no matter how many things I would have taken from the shop, it wouldn't be enough to represent how amazing that moment was. And it was even more amazing because they put us more off to the side and more into the back room and to take some pictures, and we did. And it was cool because then Frank Iero came out with his guitar and sat next to me on the steps and played the first beginning of Welcome to the Black Parade for me, and he wrote it down on a piece of paper. He taught me how to play it, and it was the most amazing experience ever because he is my most favorite guitarist in the world. I love Frank Iero. He inspired me to play the guitar. I was so happy that day. My mom is madly in love with Gerard Way, so she was standing next to him in the picture, and her face was bright red with the whole family group picture. My dad kind of looked like he didn't want to be there, because it's my father. He doesn't really give a fuck too much. But it was a nice experience. I got front row And the worst thing that had happened at that concert is because I was short, there was this guy behind me. And, he wanted to get my front row spot, and he ended up hitting me in the chest. And then my chest hit this bar on the railing. So I was having trouble breathing because I was born with pulmonary atresia with a Fontan, with a history of a Fontan, which means my right ventricle is about the size of that, possibly, maybe a little bit bigger. It's not very functional, it's very small, smaller than the average size of a right ventricle. So my left side does all the work. I am not allowed to be hit on my chest. It makes it really hard for me to breathe. And with the fact that I have history of anxiety and panic attacks, it makes it twice as hard for me to breathe. I got pulled out. And right when I got pulled out, I heard George say, "We're dedicating this song, Welcome to the Black Parade, to Kirsten Furge." And Mama said he looked like he was looking around in the crowd as if he wanted to pull me up on stage. I would have been on stage that day. I would have been standing right there on stage next to Gerard Way, Mikey Way, Ray Turo, and Frank Euro. It would have been the most amazing experience ever. But I missed it, But I still got to meet them. It was amazing. I loved it. And then they had a concert with Blink-182 where it was supporting Make-A-Wish. And in that concert there was a video of them. And I will put the video down in the link. It's called My Chemical Romance Support Wish Kids. I'm in that video with my Free Hugs tank top and my cat hat in there. I completely forgot about that video until my Markiplier posted that thing about Make-A-Wish, and then I remember my Wish experience, and I posted a comment about that. And a lot of people said, it might be fake. I got some messages and some comments about that I might be lying, I might be faking it because it's the internet. Sadly, I'm not. I do have the scar right here to prove that I am right about this. See? I have the scar. I have the small ventricle. I have done the Fontan procedure. And I have a lot more complications going on right now. And it sucks, And I comment on Markiplier's video about that. Because I've been struggling a lot. I've been hurting a lot. I've been having to do a lot of blood draws because I used to be on aspirin, but now I am on Coumadin, which is a stronger blood thinner. And with Coumadin, you have to do blood draws once a week. But because of my issue at the moment, sometimes I have to do it 3 times a week because sometimes the test results are too low. Sometimes they're too high, so they make me not take the pill for like a week or something, and then take it the day before. I have to do my new blood draw to see if anything has changed, if anything has got better, if it's low now. It's very complicated. The only reason I have to do this is because I've been having heart spasms in my chest. I had 2 episodes of it. One in May, and then one in October, because now it's November. I had it while I was in Hawaii. And a lot of times I've been wanting to see Markiplier in person because of how much he supports Make-A-Wish. And I hadn't been able to because a lot of times I was sick, or a lot of times I was in the hospital, or sometimes he was not even in California at the time. Which sucks because I really want to meet him. I really want to thank him for helping me forget my disease some days, or forget the pain that I suffer at times. I know there are kids that are way worse than me. I've met them. There's a camp called Camp Taylor. It's a camp for kids with heart disease. I've been going there since I was 7 years old. And I am now 18. I am becoming a counselor for Camp Taylor now. So many kids we have lost there. Some of them haven't even gotten their Make-A-Wish yet. Some of them have, and some of them have had great wishes. One kid, I forget what year he did it, but he went to go see Japan. He went to go to Japan, and he had the most amazing experience. He went to camp with me and everything. It was cool. I went to Make-A-Wish when he was, or not Make-A-Wish, Fanime when he was going to talk about it, and he had this whole thing about it, and it was so cool, and I congratulated him. I also talked about my experience at Fanime one year too. I might do it again, possibly, but it was phenomenal, and I was so happy for him. I'm still so happy for him. I'm still so happy for my experience that I had. And if you were a kid with heart disease, or know someone with heart disease, and you live in California, even if you don't live in California, because we get people from New York going to Camp Taylor, you should go to Camp Taylor. It is amazing. It is the most greatest experience you will ever have. You will learn about your medical condition, and siblings can go there and learn about their siblings' medical condition too. And the parents learn about it. It's a whole community, and you should go. Really, you should go. And if you are a kid with any kind of disease, you should so get your Make-A-Wish done. Anything. It's the greatest. It's the greatest thing ever. I don't regret it. I mean, sometimes you're going to be like me and you think, maybe I could not have a better wish, but I love the wish that I had. And you guys should do it. You really should. And for all those people who think Make-A-Wish is for people who are on their deathbed, it's not. It's really not. There are plenty of us that are not dying that have had our wish. It's for anyone with any critical disease, not deathbed. I have a critical disease because I have CHD, congenital heart disease. Some congenital heart disease is not as critical, and some of us do not qualify enough to have a Make-A-Wish. And I think all people with disease, whether it's major disease or a minor disease, should be able to have the chance to have their Make-A-Wish. But it's more so to kind of help the kids with the critical, because yeah, you never know. This can be the kid's last day. And I have met very many kids at Camp Taylor where it was their last week at Camp Taylor. And it's hard. And I've met kids from doing Make-A-Wish where it was their last day at that event, and they had passed away the next. It's hard. It really is. But it's a great experience. And even if you're not a Wish kid and don't know any Wish kids, you should support Make-A-Wish for what they're doing. You should also support Camp Taylor, and there's this other camp that I forget the name for. It was at Camp Catalina that I also had gone to, and you should support them too. You should support any camp for kids with any disease, cancer, with heart disease, with just all of this stuff. Because we need awareness, we need support. But yeah, my wish story is true. It's not easy wish story to find because a lot of their things go back to 2012 now instead of 2011. I've tried many times to go back and look for my old picture and look for the old postings. I've struggled many times, but it is an experience that I had, and it was the most amazing experience. And I don't care if you people believe me or not, but I just wanted to talk about it because it's something I would never forget. I would never forget the experience that I had, the smiles that I had, the fun that I had, being able to talk to them. I've known them for years, you know. I didn't scream, "Marry me, Gerard" away. I didn't cry. I asked them about their wives. I asked them about their children. Asked them how they were doing. As if they were my best friends. Because in my mind they were. And they still are. I still see Gerard Way in his concerts sometimes. I saw Frank Euro with his new band. Yes, I would like them to get back together and see them as one whole thing once more. But people change. I've changed. But I really loved meeting them. Thank you, Make-A-Wish, for making my wish come true. Thank you, My Chemical Romance, for accepting my wish and hanging out with me in Vegas. I enjoyed it so much. Keep supporting us, okay?